Despite only being in the UFC for 3 years and only having started training at the late age of 21 as a means to battle his alcoholism, all after dropping out of middle school to work at a tire shop, Alex Pereira has already cemented himself as arguably the greatest fighter of all time. And soon he will put on the pounds and also become the greatest heavyweight as well. But Alex's story of success in the ring hasn't always matched his story outside, because Alex Pereira was born in one of Brazil's favelas, where due to the influence of his friends, quickly picked up the vice of alcohol at a young age. But things only got worse, because soon after, Alex lost his brother to drugs.
Alguém que te faz falta nesse momento?
Eu acho que meu irmão, né, também poucas pessoas sabem da história, né, mas morreu com 18 anos, né. Eu fui para um lado, ter as minhas coisas, ele escolheu um lado errado e conhecido também, talvez poderia estar aí junto comigo, me ajudando nos treinos.
It was this hardship that pushed Alex to pursue MMA, as he realized that he'd end up just like the people around him if he kept on this path. But the difference is, Alex had a gift, the gift of naturally being a ferocious power puncher. Which quickly earned him both the spotlight in the kickboxing world and a crazy knockout over his future rival Israel Adesanya.
后手，再后手，我们看黑龙的这种低力的摇是，后手，晕，
这是机会，持续打击，
这个动真漂亮，
非常漂亮啊！
左手平勾，
左平勾打到黑龙了。
Oh. Even Alex's kid mocked Israel, a joke that will fire back at Alex years later. But for now, Alex Pereira ran through the kickboxing world, starting with his first chance at middleweight gold, where he faced a veteran and the middleweight champion at the time in Simon Marcus.
Simon's kicks are going to do, it's going to make... Got Marcus a little bit. Back against the ropes, but then throws a body kick. And down goes Marcus. That is a knockdown!
Pereira's power and size seemed too much for Simon, especially considering that those two attributes are backed by an incredible precision.
Another knee from Pereira, and a cup anymore. Oh, and a right!
It was this combination of skills that earned him the victory, making him break down in tears, a sight we haven't seen since. But what we did see is Alex continued to defend his middleweight belt, this time against a previous opponent who had actually defeated him via decision just a few months prior. The opponent starts off the match hot, thinking he probably has Pereira figured out and will easily beat him again. But despite being an older fighter, Pereira's striking rapidly improved since their last bout, proving it by landing such a hard blow that the opponent forgot where he was for a second.
He goes sprawling back into the ropes. And there's another one. And Belgari looked like he almost went down. Closing in, and he gets a shot off after the bell.
After being revived by his coach, the opponent starts off the next round by walking into Pereira's crazy knees and elbows, opening up a cut on his forehead so big that the ref was forced to immediately stop the fight.
A massive cut exploding over the right eye.
But apparently that wasn't painful enough, because the two fighters faced each other again just months later, only this time the ref was forced to stop it due to another reason. A nasty overhand right by Pereira, timed with absolute precision, reminding everyone that he isn't just power, but elite technical striking as well.
Congratulations again.
I love New York.
New York loves you.
Putting this skill on display on his next title defense, Pereira put on a beautiful striking clinic. Combining several hooks and knees to sneak in a devastating short hook.
And now Simon and he got caught with a left hook.
It's at this point in Pereira's career that things start to really take off, as he goes on a streak of knockouts, which not only earned him the nickname of Poatan, which translates to Hands of Stone, but
Doing kickboxing.
TKO finish.
Oh, high kick!
It was power that Pereira had.
And now Pereira go for the finish! What a leaping knee! Down twice is Jason Wilness. He does
This streak also earns him the light heavyweight championship, making him the first two-division champion in Glory history.
With a left hook, Pereira eats a knee now, trying to hold on. Can Peloton put him down? And that
Cementing his new gold by landing his signature short hook.
he's done it! He has done it! Glory's first ever two-division simultaneous world champion!
And that's not even the peak of this left hook, because when facing the previous middleweight champion, Pereira, who was supposed to offer Pereira a serious challenge.
What else comes even close? On this card, he said it right after his last title defense. Here he is tonight.
I mean, he keeps his hands low. It's just got sharp eyes, but Iraq's hurt.
Yeah, that wobbled by Iraq. Look at these knees from Pereira, goes to the body.
Pereira instead just hunted Bayrak, chasing him around the ring and trying to land this left hook. Bayrak had no other choice but to put his guard up and survive. But like it's been established, Pereira's fighting style is very analytical, meaning it was only a matter of time before he's able to crack the code on how to land the shot clean.
No, his nose is already moving. Left hook right at the bell.
Cracking the code right on the bell, Pereira puts Bayrak to sleep. After conquering everything there is to conquer in kickboxing, Pereira decides to take his talents to MMA, a field where striking isn't.
Alex Pereira.
Word quickly spread that a new prospect was entering the UFC.
There's a guy that's in MMA now. His name's Alex Pereira, and he's truly one of the most terrifying human beings alive.
Bad motherfucker.
He hits people, and it doesn't even make sense. He's got freaky power.
Shocking the world in his UFC debut by putting to rest the rumors that Pereira wouldn't survive even against the least skilled grapplers in the promotion. But of course, that wasn't the case. Pereira continued to defy expectations, going on to make quick work of an elite and durable striker like Sean Strickland.
Because he's
Here's the thing, you guys, about Alex. I could hit him, I could kick him, but the difference is the man touches you and you just die.
Hi, my friend. How are you?
Pretty good. Let's fight again. Don't knock me out this time.
Soon after, Pereira became the mainstream star he is today by reigniting his rivalry with Israel Adesanya.
I f***ed this guy up in the first fight, and I made a judgment call, an error in my part. I like it though. I like the tailor-made matchups because it makes a bigger story, and guess what? A bigger paycheck for myself when we fight. I'm facing a guy who's beat me in kickboxing. He's still chasing me because he knows I'm the king, and he wants to try and get that away from me.
Going on a back and forth of knockouts, starting with Alex getting the first one.
Never been 25 minutes in MMA.
oh, nice right hand. Nice right hand. He landed a
Right in the left at the end of the round.
He hurt him. There it is. He hurt him bad.
Trying to get his wits about him back to the stool.
It's gonna be a long minute.
Has no success to the body tonight. Adesanya's on one more. Two more. Down goes the champion. Pereira trying to close the shot. That'll do it. And
He did it.
Khan has done it.
He did it again.
Alex Pereira, the undisputed middleweight champion.
Oh my God.
But it was Israel who got the last laugh because in their highly anticipated rematch, Israel scored the most viral knockout of his career when he was able to send Pereira to the shadow realm with his own signature hook. Israel even got his revenge on Pereira's son for the joke he pulled years ago. But this didn't derail Pereira's hype train. It only skyrocketed him into a household name because he went on to move up divisions and go on a 3-fight knockout streak, starting with the light heavyweight's most promising prospect in Jerry Prochaska, who just a few months prior had beaten Alex's best friend, Glover Teixeira. Jerry's wild fighting style seemed to prove successful at first, until like many other opponents, he fell victim to Alex's patience and technique.
It's a big right hand. The counter from Pereira. He's gonna do it. Pereira, welcome to the history books. New UFC light heavyweight champion, Peloton.
just like Jamahal Hill did, only this time it was Pereira's fastest MMA knockout ever. The only significant strike Hill landed was a nut shot, which immediately fired back. And to make things worse, Pereira then decided to come back to Jiri for a rematch. Only this time, there were accusations by Jiri that Alex uses shamans and black magic to win his fights.
A man who just recently beat you, but one of the things that you said leading up to this, it was very interesting, you said you wanted to make sure that he wasn't using any shamanic magic.
He's trying to play something. I saw him in his eyes. What he's doing, some technique, doesn't matter. I'm pure. I don't care. I just want to show the pure performance. Who's the best? I am.
And maybe he does, because Pereira had an even easier time knocking out Jiri in this rematch. In fact, he even did it twice, starting with a nasty hook at the end of round 1. So while Jiri was still recovering from the knockdown, Pereira wasted no time and took advantage of his concussed opponent by shocking the world and dropping Jiri with a vicious head kick. Pereira's whole career is simply unbelievable, but what's even crazier is that it's not even finished yet, so comment who you think he should fight next. I suggest John Jones, but what about you? Subscribe!